In Hollywood, where love comes and goes quickly, it's not uncommon for stars to unintentionally share an ex with their best friends. Surprisingly, not every story ends in scandal or estrangement. Conversely, some friendships are mature enough to understand that past romantic relationships aren't worth the price paid for a lasting bond. From Jennifer Aniston and Gwyneth Paltrow to the complex relationships within Taylor Swift's circle of friends, sharing an ex in Hollywood turns out to be more common than we think, and sometimes even a testament to the maturity and resilience of these stars. Let's look back at some celebrity pairs who once shared a man, but still maintained strong friendships over time. Courtney Cox and Jennifer Aniston were not only inseparable on screen and friends, but they also maintained a strong friendship in real life for over 2 decades. This relationship is considered by many to be one of the rarest and most admirable friendships in Hollywood, a place where personal relationships often face significant pressure from fame and public opinion. In the late 1990s, Courtney Cox and Jennifer Aniston had an interesting overlap in their personal lives when they both knew and dated Adam Duritz, the frontman of the famous rock band Counting Crows. According to Adam Duritz himself in interviews, these relationships occurred at different times, did not overlap, and did not cause any misunderstandings or tension between them. Courtney is said to have known him first, and Jennifer then began her own relationship. It's noteworthy that this story never became a sensitive issue between the two actresses. Despite knowing their best friend had been in a relationship with the same person, Courtney and Jennifer maintained an open and respectful attitude towards each other's past, not letting personal experiences affect their long-standing friendship. Instead of avoiding the topic, they chose a mature and discreet approach, true to the spirit of people accustomed to the pressures of public life. After that period, Courtney Cox and Jennifer Aniston continued to support each other in their careers and personal lives. They frequently appeared together at each other's important events, and their relationship grew stronger over time. Jennifer Aniston even became the godmother of Courtney Cox's daughter, a small detail but one that shows the deep trust and bond between the two friends. The story of having known the same person, therefore, didn't become drama or a controversial topic. On the contrary, it's often cited as a positive example of how mature people handle the past in a civilized manner. In an environment like Hollywood, where friendships are easily challenged by fame and personal lives, Courtney Cox and Jennifer Aniston have managed to maintain a lasting bond, something that makes their relationship special and precious. Jennifer Aniston and Gwyneth Paltrow, both A-list Hollywood stars, Jennifer Aniston and Gwyneth Paltrow are known not only for their enduring careers, but also for their healthy, private lifestyles and calm demeanor in front of the media. Both rarely get involved in personal controversies and are always highly regarded for their mature conduct in the high-pressure entertainment industry. One common point that has drawn public attention is that both Jennifer Aniston and Gwyneth Paltrow had past relationships with Brad Pitt, one of Hollywood's most famous stars. Jennifer Aniston was married to Brad Pitt from 2000 to 2005, considered one of the most beloved couples at the time. Prior to that, in the late 1990s, Brad Pitt dated and was engaged to Gwyneth Paltrow when they collaborated on major film projects. Despite the overlapping romantic histories over time, the relationship between Jennifer Aniston and Gwyneth Paltrow has never become a subject of public tension or confrontation. On the contrary, both have always maintained a respectful and civil attitude whenever the topic is brought up in interviews. Gwyneth Paltrow has repeatedly expressed her appreciation and affection for Jennifer Aniston, while Jennifer has consistently maintained a polite silence, not letting the past affect her personal image or public behavior. Without negative statements or media confrontations, Jennifer Aniston and Gwyneth Paltrow's story is often cited as a positive example of how Hollywood stars approach past relationships with maturity and composure. In an environment where personal lives are easily scrutinized and sensationalized, their ability to remain calm and respectful of each other is commendable. Instead of letting the past become a burden, Jennifer Aniston and Gwyneth Paltrow both continued to build their own image, focusing on their careers, families, and the personal values they uphold. This approach has helped them maintain a strong position in the public eye, not only as talented actresses, but also as role models of maturity and sophistication in their personal lives. Taylor Swift and Selena Gomez. Taylor Swift and Selena Gomez are considered one of Hollywood's rare and enduring friendships, spanning nearly 2 decades since they were teenage girls just starting out in the entertainment industry. Having bonded early on, they shared the turbulent early years of their careers, where emotions, pressure, and public attention were always intertwined. In the late 2000s, when both were very young, Taylor Swift and Selena Gomez had an interesting overlap in their personal lives. They both knew Nick Jonas, one of the prominent figures of the young artist wave at the time. These relationships occurred during adolescence, were brief and experiential, and did not last long or overlap. Remarkably, this story never became a source of rivalry or tension between Taylor and Selena. On the contrary, they always showed respect and understanding for each other. Instead of letting youthful infatuations affect their friendship, they chose to accompany, share, and support each other through the most emotional stages of life. Over the years, as each of them matured and forged their own paths in their careers and personal lives, the friendship between Taylor Swift and Selena Gomez not only didn't fade but grew stronger. They frequently appeared together at important milestones, offering each other public and private support, true to the spirit of a long-lasting relationship based on trust. The story of Taylor Swift and Selena Gomez is therefore often cited as a positive example of friendship in the entertainment industry, where shared experiences of youth don't become barriers, but rather contribute to deeper empathy and connection. In a volatile showbiz world, their relationship is admired by many as a symbol of maturity, loyalty, and the choice to stand by each other over time. Taylor Swift and Gigi Hadid. Taylor Swift and Gigi Hadid are one of the most prominent best friend pairs in modern entertainment, representing the intersection of music and fashion. Not only do they walk the red carpet together and attend major events, but they also maintain a close relationship in their daily lives, frequently supporting and appearing alongside each other at important milestones. Before becoming close friends, Taylor Swift and Gigi Hadid had a shared past in their personal lives when they both knew Joe Jonas, one of the prominent figures of the young Hollywood artist wave of the 2000s. Their relationship was brief, a youthful experience, and later remembered as a bygone memory. Years later, Joe Jonas had a serious relationship with Gigi Hadid, appearing together at many events and receiving significant media attention. However, these relationships occurred at completely different stages and never negatively impacted the friendship between Taylor Swift and Gigi Hadid. What's noteworthy is how they chose to handle their past. Instead of letting personal experiences create distance, Taylor and Gigi always showed respect and support for each other. They publicly stood by each other when needed, protected each other from public pressure, and kept their friendship built on trust, understanding, and maturity. Over time, the relationship between Taylor Swift and Gigi Hadid has become even stronger. Their story is often cited as a positive example of friendship in the entertainment industry, where past relationships don't become barriers, but simply a part of the journey of growth that everyone goes through. In a highly competitive and scrutinizing environment like showbiz, the friendship between Taylor Swift and Gigi Hadid demonstrates that sincerity, respect, and a willingness to stand by each other are the key elements for lasting relationships. This is also why they are admired by the public not only as stars, but also as role models for mature conduct in their personal lives. Selena Gomez and Miley Cyrus. Selena Gomez and Miley Cyrus were once considered two of the most iconic faces of the Disney star generation, growing up in front of the camera and quickly becoming the focus of media attention. At a young age, both faced immense pressure from fame, public opinion, and the rapid changes in their personal lives. Something not easy for anyone at that age. In the early stages of their careers, Selena Gomez and Miley Cyrus shared a common thread in their personal lives. They both knew Nick Jonas, one of the prominent young artists of the Disney wave at the time. These relationships, occurring during their teenage years, were characterized by fleeting experiences and emotions, yet were subjected to intense public scrutiny. This coincidence, coupled with public pressure, caused a period of distance between Selena and Miley. However, it's noteworthy that there were no public attacks or confrontations from either side. Both chose silence, focusing on their own paths and letting time heal their youthful emotions, a rather calm approach given their young age. Over the years, as each matured and established a solid position in their careers, Selena Gomez and Miley Cyrus gradually showed mutual respect in public. No longer dwelling on the past with negative emotions, they demonstrated that they had moved past the struggles of adolescence and looked back on things with equanimity. The story of Selena Gomez and Miley Cyrus is therefore often seen as a prime example of maturation in showbiz. Their early experiences, though sometimes imperfect, became lessons that helped them better understand themselves, their relationships, and how to handle public pressure. Instead of letting the past become a barrier, Selena Gomez and Miley Cyrus chose to move forward with maturity and focus on their own paths. In a volatile entertainment environment, it is this maturity that has helped them maintain a positive image and earn lasting respect from the public. Cameron Diaz and Kate Hudson. Cameron Diaz and Kate Hudson were both iconic figures in Hollywood in the early 2000s, representing the image of beautiful, independent actresses with significant influence in popular culture. Besides their outstanding careers, their personal lives also attracted public attention, especially given a notable commonality in their pasts. That commonality was Justin Timberlake, a leading pop star at the time. Cameron Diaz had a long-term relationship with Justin Timberlake, considered quite serious and receiving much media attention. After their amicable breakup, Justin Timberlake later had a short-term relationship with Kate Hudson. These relationships occurred at different stages and have both ended long ago. This coincidence has led to much speculation, but in reality, Cameron Diaz and Kate Hudson have never let their past personal lives affect how they treat each other. Without negative statements or public confrontations, both maintained a calm and respectful attitude towards each other in front of the media and in social interactions. Over time, Cameron Diaz and Kate Hudson have maintained a positive image, frequently appearing in Hollywood's social circles with ease and friendliness. This behavior shows their choice to prioritize maturity, respect, and emotional balance over past events. The story of Cameron Diaz and Kate Hudson is therefore often seen as a prime example of how strong women in showbiz approach their personal lives with civility. In an environment easily scrutinized and sensationalized like Hollywood, maintaining composure and mutual respect is key to preventing relationships from being overshadowed by past romances. Nikki Reed and Nina Dobrev. Nikki Reed and Nina Dobrev were two beloved faces in the vampire fantasy genre, each associated with a popular television and film franchise, Twilight and the Vampire Diaries. Both cultivated positive public images, and their personal lives also attracted public attention due to a special commonality. That commonality was Ian Somerhalder, a familiar actor to global television audiences. Nina Dobrev had a long-term relationship with Ian Somerhalder, dating back to their time working together on the Vampire Diaries. This relationship was widely publicized and ended amicably, with both continuing to work professionally together. Later, Ian Somerhalder began a relationship and eventually married Nikki Reed. This change sparked public curiosity about the relationship between Nikki Reed and Nina Dobrev, especially since both are familiar faces to fans of fantasy films. However, contrary to speculation, Nikki Reed and Nina Dobrev have always shown a calm and respectful attitude towards each other. They have appeared together at numerous events, interacting amicably in public and demonstrating that their relationship remains unaffected by past events. Their everyday interactions are often relaxed, natural, and positive. Nikki Reed and Nina Dobrev's behavior is often cited as a positive example of maturity in the entertainment industry. Instead of letting past relationships become a barrier, they choose to view things with composure and respect. In a highly scrutinized environment like Hollywood, this maturity has helped them maintain a positive image and receive lasting public goodwill. The story of Nikki Reed and Nina Dobrev shows that not every intersection in personal life leads to conflict. When viewed with maturity and civility, past experiences can become commonplace, even serving as proof of how artists choose to respond positively to public pressure. Katy Perry and Taylor Swift. Katy Perry and Taylor Swift were once two of the most influential female artists in pop music, and for a long time, their relationship was the subject of much media speculation. In the early 2010s, the public noticed they rarely interacted, leading to speculation that their relationship had cooled. Some speculated that this distance was related to past personal relationships, including their past acquaintances with John Mayer at different times. However, these were mostly external speculations, and neither Katy Perry nor Taylor Swift ever directly addressed the issue negatively. For many years, they chose to remain silent and focus on developing their own careers, each achieving significant success in their respective paths. Over time, as both matured and gained a calmer perspective on past events, the atmosphere between Katy Perry and Taylor Swift gradually changed. A notable turning point was when Katy Perry proactively sent an olive branch to Taylor Swift, seen as a symbol of goodwill and a desire to put past misunderstandings behind them. This action quickly garnered positive attention from the public. Subsequently, Katy Perry and Taylor Swift publicly expressed their support for each other, appearing friendly at events and offering positive comments to each other in the media. No longer plagued by rumors of conflict, their relationship gradually came to be seen as an example of reconciliation and maturity within the high-pressure entertainment industry. The story of Katy Perry and Taylor Swift demonstrates that even relationships once considered strained can change over time. When artists choose dialogue, understanding, and mutual respect, the past can be amicably resolved. In an industry as constantly scrutinized as showbiz, such behavior is what earns them lasting respect from the public. Taylor Swift and Zoe Kravitz. Taylor Swift and Zoe Kravitz are two unique artists working in different fields, yet they find a clear common ground in their art and lifestyles. In recent years, they have become closer, frequently appearing together at creative events, private artist gatherings, and especially in collaborative music projects. Before building their current friendship, both Taylor Swift and Zoe Kravitz had their own personal relationships in the past, including periods when they both knew Channing Tatum at different times. These relationships ended long ago and are not mentioned by either artist as influencing their current lives. Information surrounding this period mainly comes from media attention, rather than from confrontational statements or direct confirmations. Notably, instead of letting past events become a barrier, Taylor Swift and Zoe Kravitz chose to build their relationship on respect and creative inspiration. Zoe Kravitz contributed vocals to Taylor Swift's album Midnights, demonstrating trust and a strong artistic connection. Conversely, Taylor has repeatedly shown support for Zoe in her film and music projects. The relationship between Taylor Swift and Zoe Kravitz is often seen as a mature, discreet, and unpretentious friendship. They don't exploit the past for attention, but focus on the present, where both are thriving creatively and personally. This calm demeanor has earned their relationship much public acclaim. The story of Taylor Swift and Zoe Kravitz shows that, in the volatile world of entertainment, mature artists can prioritize empathy, respect, and creativity over past experiences. Instead of letting the past define the present, they choose to move forward calmly, and that's what makes relationships in Hollywood so enduring. Jamie Foxx and Tom Cruise. Jamie Foxx and Tom Cruise were once considered one of Hollywood's rare and remarkable friendships, beginning after the success of the film Collateral, 2004. Their on-screen chemistry quickly developed into a close relationship off-screen, with both frequently praising each other publicly and showing mutual respect in their careers. In the past, their personal lives intersected in a way that attracted media attention, involving actress Katie Holmes. Tom Cruise had a widely publicized marriage to Katie Holmes from 2006 to 2012, and they had a daughter together. After this marriage ended, years later, Katie Holmes was rumored to have had a private relationship with Jamie Foxx, a relationship that was discreet and avoided media attention. It's noteworthy that, despite past overlaps in their personal lives, Jamie Foxx and Tom Cruise never publicly expressed discomfort, distance, or conflict over this story. Instead, both maintained a respectful silence and continued to focus on their individual careers, true to the professionalism of seasoned artists in the industry. Without negative statements or public arguments, The relationship between Jamie Foxx and Tom Cruise didn't become a sensational story. This approach is often seen as a prime example of maturity in the entertainment industry, where personal lives are easily scrutinized and exaggerated. The story of Jamie Foxx and Tom Cruise shows that, even with past intersections, relationships between mature individuals can still be maintained on a foundation of respect and moderation. In Hollywood, where the line between work and private life is always thin, choosing silence, civility, and focusing on the present is sometimes the wisest course of action. En Hollywood, donde las relaciones se entrelazan y se escudriñan bajo la lupa pública, las historias de compartir un ex que parecen propensas a drama no siempre terminan en conflicto. A través de los nombres mencionados, queda claro que lo que sostiene la amistad no es quién llegó primero, sino la madurez, el respeto y cómo cada persona pone el pasado en su lugar. Cuando las emociones se desvanecen, dejando solo resiliencia y comprensión, la amistad, incluso en el glamuroso mundo de Hollywood, puede perdurar en el tiempo. Y quizás ese sea el aspecto más admirable de estas historias de amor que han atraído tanta atención mediática.